friends, Joel here from The Whisk, back with another cold weather whiskey review. So, we've done number 5, we've done number 4. Today, we are at number 3. Now, again, this is in no particular order. This is not saying that our number 1 is better than our number 5. We love all of these. But certainly, we feel like this just keeps getting more and more fun, better and better, if you will. And for number 3, we have New Riff. Now, I have to be cautious to give you a few caveats here. This is a New Riff store pick. And this is not any New Riff store pick. This is actually a New Riff store pick from our great friends at FAL in Louisville. So Frankfort Avenue Liquors in Louisville is one of the best liquor stores in the country, in my opinion. Not only do they have a great selection, but also a great bar. Bill there does a great job. Jesse, our good friend, does an awesome job on the bar. And this bottle we've been nursing for a little while. As you can see, it's getting near the end. I don't know exactly how I feel about that. But I will tell you that I've had several other barrel picks from some of the New Riff bottles, and they're all fantastic. I've yet to have one that doesn't just really land well. And I also would say that just their standard expression is a really good pour and worth the money. So what I love about New Riff is I think they're doing great stuff. I kind of stayed away from them for a little while just because the bottle looked different. I just kind of wasn't sure what was happening. Sometimes a bottle that seems really flashy to me, and I know that sounds old as I say it, but a bottle that seems really flashy or different or like it's trying to stand out, oftentimes I'll stay away from it because I assume that they're trying to compensate for something. So the reality is I kind of waited a long time before I tried New Riff, and boy, was I wrong. So the short version of the story is that New Riff is a Kentucky bourbon. It was previously, OKI, who was doing some awesome stuff. New Riff is a distillery that is just kind of cranking out phenomenal pours of bourbon and rye. Their Balboa rye, I know, it got rave reviews this past year. So again, this is a 106 proof Kentucky straight bourbon. And what I love about the profile, particular for cold weather whiskeys, is this is something you can find most places. Most of your liquor stores are going to have some version of a New Riff, if not a single barrel. But they're very brown sugar forward. So they tend to be caramel and brown sugar forward, which I think works really well, again, with this cold weather season, this holiday season, as it might be for many of us. So let's go in for a nose. Not had this in a little while, and boy, does it really smell good. Brown sugar for sure. I don't know if so it smells like, do you know, like a really good homemade cobbler with a really nice crust that then brown sugar is over top of. I'm thinking about like a peach cobbler maybe, but not the peaches, but like the crust and the brown sugar that oftentimes is alongside of the cobbler itself. It reminds me when I was a kid, my mom would always make cinnamon toast for me, and I loved it. And I would love kind of that cinnamon profile. We had a specific cinnamon shaker when I was growing up as a kid, and so I get all of those flavors. Brown sugar and cinnamon and goodness gracious, the the really nice vanilla that's kind of underneath it on the nose. A little bit of oak, certainly some nice sweetness, a little bit of fruit, but I'm not sure. You know, I would say that there's like it's a red fruit. Maybe a little bit of strawberry, or maybe even like maybe even raspberry or a blackberry. There's some berry in there for sure. Yeah, just a great nose. Let's go in for a taste. Oh, that's so good. So, right out of the gate, I definitely get the caramel and the vanilla that you would traditionally find with a bourbon. Just so well done. What stands out to me is my whole palate has just been coated with this really viscous, oily, again, this brown sugar. It's like it's like it just coats and lingers and lingers and lingers, and there's washes of flavor that's there. I get like some Apple Jacks cereal kind of notes from the brighter fruit notes that I talked about earlier. I don't get as much of the strawberry and the berry, the kind of the red fruit notes that I mentioned on the nose in the palate. Again, I'm just thinking like Apple Jacks kind of cereal. Maybe even Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because again, that cinnamon and brown sugar notes are just kind of there. Just a really great pour all the way across the board, coming in at 106 proof, so enough complexity. These are going to vary in proof because, again, this particular one is a single barrel, so single barrels are going to vary in proof. I think that most of their standard expressions are around 100 proof. So again, not super high proof for those of you who might be a little unsure about kind of diving into high proof or barrel proof territory, but really doing the trick to warm you up in this cold holiday season. So New Riff doing great things. This might be a brand you might not be familiar with. Please familiarize yourself. They're doing great stuff. And as always, I encourage you, try new things. So many folks are stuck on the same brands that become harder and harder to find all the time. There are great bourbons and ryes on the shelf that are available and affordable, and that's what we're talking about today. And here come my dogs to say hi, because that's what we do. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, keep pouring good vibes until next time.